So whenever you first got into professional baseball, you took your bullet slider and turned that into two different pitches with more of a cutter and then also a sweeper. Would that still be accurate? Can you talk about those two pitches?
Yeah. Right now my mix is, four seam, two seam, cutter, sweeper, and curveball. And I'm working on, I obviously it's a lot of pitches. I've never had that many pitches for sure,
Yeah.
but I just kind of think that, I have all of these tools as far as pitch arsenal. And, if I go into spring training next year and they're telling me, hey, like, we want you to cut you down to 4 pitches, I feel confident in every one, and, the ability that it has to get hitters out to where, I'm completely okay with cutting, 1 to 2 of them and, still be effective on the mound.
It pisses you off to no end whenever things don't go the way that you expect them to do, because you have very high standards and expectations for yourselves. How do you yourself, Patrick Copen, how do you balance I just mentioned it, I'm a guy that could have 6 different pitches. I have one of the biggest big gulps in terms of potential of any pitcher out there, but yet I still have to have results. And if I try to do too much, my execution might suffer for that. So how do you balance that mix?
And as far as going into games, you're like, okay, we're facing this guy. The only thing that we're worried about is getting this guy at the plate out, and that's it. When other things start to come in, that's when things start to get a little erratic, and you start to rush yourself, and all of these not so good things start to come to fruition.